Hey everybody, it's Steve. So trying to get more steady on doing these trainings. We are doing off-market training Wednesdays at 10:30. I'm still trying to figure that one out, probably 10:30. Um, we're doing on-market training for those of you who are licensed in Gorillas, um, or you're with Crimson Cape. Understand that I may be putting some of you with Crimson Cape if you don't want to join the MLS, but you'll still be, I'm still the broker on both sides. Um, Wow, my hand looks weird. Sorry, it's a little bit tired today. Anyway, today's training is about paperless pipeline and the CRM a little bit. We have a couple CRMs going on, but paperless pipeline, which would really help if I introduce that into the system. Here we go, paperless pipeline. Yay. Run. There we go. All right, so this is paperless pipeline. Now, if you go to the transactions list when you're in here and you search for empty, I have a few empty transactions, and I'm going to be actually adding a few today as well. You can grab these transactions and reuse them, meaning you can edit the transaction and rename it to fit your project. Call it, your house, whatever. And what this comes with is it comes with its own email address. Whatever you email to that specific email address ends up right in the directory for this document, for this transaction, this deal. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to say add transaction, as if there are no transactions. Now, I have a very small plan with Paperless Pipeline. We will be increasing this as we need to. So if you run into no more transactions left, just text me. I'll up the plan. That's fine. But, some months are busy, some months are not busy. So here we have 142 David's Court, Heather Highlands Mobile Home Park. So you give it a name, give it an MLS or transaction number, which happens to be SC5981. SC5981. Select status, it is active. Select label, it is, I don't think they even have mobile home in here. I guess they don't. Fine. Single family residential, fine. Listing date of whatever, today. Acceptance date if there is one. Automatic expiration date. Interesting. Status of active. Oh, because it hasn't been saved yet. That's why it's not giving me that option. Earnest money due date. These are things you fill in as you go. So now we're going to scroll down, scroll down. Seller name, H4H, Steve Franco, owner agent, seller lead source, buyer name if there is one, list price $28,000, we're starting at 25, we're raising the price now, sale price, whatever, total commission defined. Assign agents. I am in here twice as the listing agent. Just don't ask, there's a back office reason why. Ryan is also the listing agent, but always put me in twice. Well, I'm sorry. If I'm not involved in the transaction, you don't put me in, I'll add you in. So you'll see yourself, I'll be adding you on here today. And then assigned agents, fine. Add transaction. Boom. Now, you go in here and you add listing. These are your checklists of what you should be doing. Not you have to be doing every one of them, but this is a good checklist. Okay, so you want, there, tasks. What tasks are there? This is not a comprehensive list. This is simply, a starting point for that. Upload documents. You go here, you upload the documents. Now, I'm just going to upload a random document because I'll be honest with you, this is not, it's my listing and I haven't done the listing paperwork for it. I'll just be perfectly honest. So is it visible to office staff? Is it visible to the listing agents? Is it visible to the sale agent? Is it visible to the buyer? Who is it visible to? Is it visible to everybody? This is where you go back to your fiduciary responsibility, your confidentiality information. You decide what, sorry, was it Mezzy? I'm having a great day today, huh? Anyway, you decide what, so this gets to listing document, fine. Upload docs, so it uploads. So you've now filed it in the right account. Now, if you've emailed something to gpghrealty@gmail.com, now, that is different from GPGH Equity. GPGH Equity comes to me as an email. GPGH Realty goes into our unassigned, what I call the closet of hell. And you can see I've got a few documents that need to be moved. And let's say this was something that belongs in this transaction. Okay. So now you're going to select to assign it. You're going to view all transactions. You're going to select the right transaction and you're going to assign it. So I'm just going to go back to the unassigned and pick something I know doesn't matter. Okay, great. I'm going to assign this. I'm going to assign it to the David's Court. And I'm going to click assign. So now it's been assigned. I describe what the file is. I give it its permission category. And now I hit assign doc. So what I've done is I've moved that document that you emailed to GPGH Realty over to the correct transaction. So if you email it to GPGH Realty, now here's the trick. You'll see when you go to unassigned, what you see is, if you got it, fine. Email subject and file name. And of course, who added it. So make sure your email subject and or your file name identify the transaction, because otherwise you're going to have to open every darn transaction. Now, you can open every transaction, and then you can do something called splitting. You can split the document into several different documents. So if you upload everything as a one giant document, you upload your consumer notice and you're this and you're that. You can split a big PDF into littler PDFs. Okay, you can do that. That comes in where the wheel is, break apart. So you can take pages 1 through 3 and call it consumer notice, and pages 4 through 6 and call it this, and pages da-da-da-da. You can rotate, you can download, you can do a lot of things. From a state compliance level, all I need is that everything has a transaction and all the documents for that transaction are in here and labeled as to what they are. Meaning, in 142, when I look at the documents, I should see a consumer notice, I should see a listing agreement, I should see a estimate of closing costs, I should see a seller disclosure, not really required for mobile homes, but I still do them. I should see a lead disclosure, not required for, it's a 2001 property, not really required, but I still do them. I still do sellers and lead disclosures on everything because I just don't want anyone ever coming to me and saying, where's this, where's that? I mean, lead, if its building was built after 1978, you don't need it. But if the owner tells you, oh, I built it in 1983, and they forget, and they actually built it in 1973, so I just do sellers and leads. I even do sellers and leads on commercial properties, and then I also do a commercial information sheet. They're not required on commercial, but I still do them. I'm like, look, Mr. Seller, please give your buyer as much information as you have on the property. Affiliated business disclosure. If they're going to use a lender from which we profit from, or any way in which outside of the transaction itself we are profiting, we do that. Copy of MLS input sheet, meaning PDF this. Sorry, helps if I actually show you. PDF this. PDF the actual listing. and stick it into Paperless Pipeline. So when you get done, you will have a complete file of everything on the transaction. And if you have a communication between you and the other agent, you can forward it to this email address, wherever that email address went. I just kind of moved myself here, but whatever. You can forward it to that email address for the transaction. We'll go back in here. You can forward it to this email address. You can PDF it and forward it. If you've got a tense situation going on between yourself and a client, yourself and an agent, yourself and anybody, PDF the tense conversation, send it to this email address, and it'll sit in here. That way, the day that push comes to shove and someone shows up at the door, first of all, so we'll go to the bad first. Someone shows up at the door, state auditor wants to know what happened on this transaction. I can open up this transaction, I can look over this transaction, and I can say, here's everything on this transaction that matters. I don't have the text message from the agent, I don't have the email from the agent, but all of the documentation that matters is here. Now understand the process of what happens when it goes in here. The process of what happens is it goes in here, you've already checked it, you've signed it, you verified it, client has signed it, everybody's happy. Now I send everything here. When I create a consumer notice for a client, I send it here. When they sign it, I send it here. I now have two. I don't need two, but I have two. When I create a listing agreement, I send it here. When I get a signed listing agreement, I send it here. It's overkill, yes, but if we make it every time a document is created, it's sent here, then the chances of something not being here is pretty slim. I'm not type A, as you guys know. Obviously, I wouldn't have drizzled juice on my face if I did. But this is just what it is. Then my VA reviews it, or our transaction person reviews it, checking all the documents, making sure they're whatever. Then I review it. And then it's a done file at that point. And you also put in when a property goes under contract to be with a buyer, there's a way you can put dates in here to add deadlines, basically. So you can say, purchase contract signed on December 1st. That means we have 10 days for inspections. We have this, we have that, we have that. And the system will remind you. It's got a little mini CRM in it. And so you can do a little bit of, it will do a little bit of reminding for you. It's your job to put the stuff in the system. It's your job to make sure everyone stays on track, but the system will help you a little bit with that. Really what this is a virtual filing cabinet. Now, what it also does in the back end is it will help estimate commissions, but that's going to be something we're going to roll out in 2025, probably around February. It's an add-on for here. We just don't have enough agents to make it worth the step up in price, but we will be adding that on shortly. Tasks, unassigned or reviews. Some of the stuff you won't see on your menu. You pretty much focus on your transaction. Now, I'm going to go in here because I'm a little bit behind in doing a lot of these things. And I'm going to add in add user. I'm going to add in and since I am not good with names, I'm going to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Velazzo. Okay. Velazzo. See? I knew your name. I didn't know. AZCO. Email. Role of agent. Grant permissions, you can create transactions, you can change your own, you can change transaction status. You're not that. You can upload docs, you can assign docs to transactions, you can assign templates, save and add another. Kelly Rayfuse. No, it's she's actually getting agent and she's also getting admin because she's one of my business partners. Save its default permissions, create da 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 da. Crimson, for those of you who don't know, and I'm not sure why I'm doing this visually, Crimson is my management company. I have two brokerage firms. Crimson is brokerage for management. Gorilla is brokerage for sales. Now, the other software we have is Osmanic. Osmanic is a cover label, a cover name, I guess, for Go High Level. Why is it so freaking slow? I do not know. But this is our CRM. And I'll be educating you guys more in depth on the CRM in the future. But this is a very powerful CRM. We have phone lines, we have text ability, we have email ability, we have a lot of abilities here. So I would like you to use this as your CRM. Put your buyers in here, put your sellers in here, put your contacts in here. If they reach out to you, put them in here. So I'm just learning it. It's new to me, but I'll be getting you up to speed on it shortly as well. Yeah, so that's kind of where that's at. So we will cover this in another training, and there'll be forms for you to fill in buyers and sellers, and you can have QR codes, so you put them on your business cards and whatever else you want to do. It's all there. But really, today's class is by Paperless Pipeline. Oh yeah, the other thing today's class is about, I forgot, is your email address. So mailbox.com. I don't use an email client. I just use Mailbox. You can set your email up with Outlook or whatever. But if you just go to mailbox.com and you will log in with your username and password for your email, which you should already have. And this is our email. This is our company email. Now, you can use your personal email. I don't care, but this is the one that's on your business card. So this is your email, basically. This is your email client. Now, it does other stuff. Okay, we have a lot of redundancy built in our software. There's a mini CRM and a mini communication system built into Paperless Pipeline. There's a mini CRM and a mini task list built into the email service. But I'm suggesting we use Osmanic, and I don't know why I'm not showing you this. This is your email account. Sorry, I keep forgetting to move myself along here. I gotta start using the upper screen so I can see what you guys are seeing instead of living in what I'm seeing. But this is your email. It has a mini CRM in it. Don't use them. I mean, you can use it if you want, but use this as your CRM. Use this as where you store all your contacts. This is pretty much let it be your email. I don't do a phone line anymore. I have a company number and I can route that to you if you want to catch company phones. But right now we give you an email, we give you Paperless Pipeline, we give you the CRM, and we also have, for those of you who want to go further, and this is just a quick overview, we own a crap load of tools and softwares to do all sorts of stuff. All of this is open to you guys. If you want video editing, if you want social media posting, if you want this. By the way, Osmanic does social media. Osmanic does a lot of super powerful things. So whatever it is you want to be doing, we probably do. Um, and that's pretty much the show, folks. So really, today's training was mostly on paperless pipeline. And if you have any questions, which is paperless pipeline, there are videos online for paperless pipeline. I mean, you can. All of these are built on other softwares. There are videos online, Osmetic videos. There is some help training down here that Jake himself is doing. But oh, by the way, it has a great mobile app for Osmetic. You can actually, on your phone, dial out from your phone using the company phone line. Do you do or not? Whatever, but it's there. This is all of what Osmetic Go High Level can do can be on your mobile phone. Definitely want to get that going. This also can be on your mobile phone. I actually have this web app, well, this web link on my phone. Again, I don't use Outlook or any of that. I just use the web app. This is easier for me personally. I'm always going behind here. So yeah, so basically, any questions, reach out. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview, and we'll see you soon. Every Thursday I guess we'll do every Thursday at 1 normally.